What's going on, ERB sports fans? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to do a very quick recap of the Midwest Monster. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, you may not know that I live in central Indiana. So going to the Midwest Monster, which was in Fishers, Indiana, was not necessarily far away. So it was a quick trip. Did want to make sure I got there on Friday. Wasn't sure if I'd actually go back on Saturday, but we'll get into that in a little bit. I went there with about $250 in cash, paid my $10 entry fee, lent about $40 to my wife so she could go have some fun with wacky packages and stuff like that. But these are my pickups and kind of give you guys my thoughts. So first pickup we got here, I picked these up as a pair. They were in the case together. This one had 35 marked on it. This one had, I believe, 25 marked on it. And I offered 40 for both because it was at the end of the day, and he went ahead and took it. So that was a pretty good pickup. Looking at this one, I did take it out of the sleeve, kind of made sure that it had no like surface issues or anything like that. I think I might actually grade that one in a Quan. Pretty sick looking color match in the orange foil, numbered out of 299, numbered 78 out of 299 from the Cleveland Guardians. And Steph Curry for the PC. It is a mint 9 on the Men of Mastery, but I think these were pretty tough pulls, and we don't have this one yet in the PC, so we went ahead and added it today, and the price was right. So I only have 2 cards left, and I guess these would be normally considered pretty big cards, but I feel like I got a pretty good deal. So the next one we got is a baseball SSP of Jared Kelnick. Now, Jared Kelnick is from 2021 Update. This was a card that probably when it first came out was on the order of $500 to $700 raw, probably, because it was such a big pull and he had a lot of hype at the time. And I actually bought this from Aaron at Slab Stocks. Many of you know he lives in the Franklin, Wisconsin area, which Jared Kelnick is from Waukesha, Wisconsin. And he's only 23 years old, so they were about the same age. So that's probably why he actually had the card. And he had 150 marked on it, $150. We were buying some other stuff from his dad, so we went ahead and offered 140 for this and, you know, kind of a package deal for the others. And he went ahead and took it. So I'm into this card for 140 bucks, gambling a little bit. I just ripped that case of Update. For those of you who watch my channel regularly, you know that I ripped an entire case of Update, and I was looking for a short print of Kelnick or something, and I pulled none of it. So it's funny, I actually 2 weeks later after ripping that case went to a card show and picked up the very card that I was looking for less than a quarter of the cost of the entire case I ripped. So that is the gamble you take sometimes. But heck, I had a lot of fun, and I'm going to work through selling that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I get a ton of videos out of that. So yeah, I'm going to hang on to this one for a while because I don't know what's going to happen with him. He started off really hot this year, and he's on the right team. The Mariners are going to get a ton of hype if he stays with the Mariners. He's only 23, like I said. Man, look at his guns. He's a built dude. Many people don't realize how actually probably fit he is. He looks like he could definitely have a lot of power. So, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and hang on to this card. What is his height? He is 6'1", so pretty solid. Definitely on a guy that is tall enough to have a ton of power. So that's good to see. But yeah, I'm going to hang on to this one. Like I said, see what happens. If they make a deep playoff run, or he ends up winning a World Series MVP some year, or he has kind of a, you know, MVP type season, you never know. I honestly felt like the floor in this card was probably around $100. And I don't know how many the pop is on it for the SSP, but pretty sick looking card. I don't know if you guys can see that. Many people say I hold the cards too far away from the camera, so I got to get better at that. I spent enough time talking about the Jared Kelnick. Let's talk about the last card I picked up. Now, this one I picked up in cash and trade. For those of you who are fans of the channel, you know that I am a Sacramento Kings fan, but not only a Sacramento Kings fan, I'm a De'Aaron Fox fan. And I have been wanting a PSA 10 copy of a De'Aaron Fox rookie for quite some time, but I didn't find it, but I found a True Gem BGS 95. Now, I don't know what the future will hold for this card. The card had really immaculate centering on the front, and the you know, the presentation of the card looked absolutely beautiful. I know it's in a BGS slab, and BGS doesn't get a whole lot of hobby love right now, but I figured since it's for my PC, I am going to buy this card, and I'm going to hold on to it, and if I want to crack it out someday, I can. But overall, I thought the card would have a chance at a PSA 10. I didn't see anything that was like obvious of flaws on it. It got 9 5s across the board, which is a true gem. And maybe someday Beckett, you know, will gain back some hobby love, even though they lost a lot of it here in the last couple of years. And I didn't have this card in a 10, so this is as close as I'll get to a 10 for a price of a 9. So what did I pay for this card? Well, you remember my first grading submission. I think I think it was the second one. I graded a club level die cut Trevor Lawrence that came back a 10. I traded that and $50 to get this card. So I'm into this card for, let's call that $19 grading. Whatever the pack I pulled it out of was 10 bucks. So that's $30, and I'm paying $50 extra on top of that. So I'm into this card for 90 bucks. Honestly, that ain't a bad deal. And I've been wanting this card for a long time. So this one is going in the safe. It's going to be part of the PC, and I'm going to enjoy this one for a bit. So anyway, guys, that is the real quick recap of day one of the Midwest Monster. Like I said, I think we're going to go tomorrow. We've got a little bit of time in the schedule to go back, and there were some things that caught my eye that I wanted to go check out again tomorrow. So we'll go ahead and go to day 2 and see if it treats us any better than day 1. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the live stream. I know that was a little amateur hour-ish. I do a lot of talking. I do a lot of rambling, and got caught at one table with Aaron's dad, who did subscribe to the channel, by the way, and appreciate that very, very much. And yeah, so I couldn't break away from that conversation because I like conversation. And thanks again, also, forgot to mention this, to Midwest Cards. Keith spent a ton of time talking to you. Real good dude. He and I shared some stories about Step in the Box Brett and my channel. He's a subscriber of mine. I didn't realize how close he lived to me, so definitely going to have a chance to hook up with him sometime soon. And we'll probably go back and stop by tomorrow to see him again. So thanks again for watching, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your night, and stay safe out there. Keep collecting, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night, everybody.